อย่างละหนึ่งก่อนแล้วก็ถ้าชอบอะไรเราจะสั่งเพิ่มแบบนั้นด้วยอันนี้เป็นเส้นอันนี้ใกล้กับเส้นข้าวซอยไหม
ไอ้นี่เป็นเส้นบะหมี่
โอเค
ค่ะ
บะหมี่ขาวกับบะหมี่เหลือง
อันนี้เป็นก๋วยเตี๋ยว
โอเค
แต่ถ้ายำมันนี่รสชาติมันก็เหมือนกัน
ขอจานหนึ่งแบบสะอาดแล้วก็อีกจานยำรสชาติเต็มที่ครับรสจัด
ยำเราใส่ให้เราเดี๋ยวก็ไปถ่ายเสร็จแล้วก็ยำกินกันก็ได้เนาะโอเคเนาะ
So, if you thought that I was excited to greet you, welcome you, just go ahead and double that. I am like jumping out of my shoes right now. These are like two of the most beautiful cuisines that I know in the entire world, and they are married together right on this street. The community here is so diverse. I just go crazy with happiness being in magnificent situations like this. There is just the most beautiful clashing of cultures here. Taking place, of course, in the food recipes, but also in each and every household. Here is the name of the dish that you want to come and have, but it's also the name of the restaurant. And Ba Nang, she will take care of this dish, which is khao phơn khao, by the way. Khao phơn is that starch made into like a cake. She makes every different kind of recipe with it. She makes like a porridge. She adds noodles into it. Can be cold, hot, sour, spicy. Man, you got to try her chili dip. But this is the name of the dish that you're coming here for. And the name of the chef, the beautiful Auntie, is Ba Nang. Come and visit her. Or just hang out with us today as we order one of everything. And I'm also going to just do my best to introduce to you the beautiful experience that you will have here hanging out with her. She is incredibly multilingual. She is so talented, but most of all, when you see her eyes, I can even, we have already been hanging out with her, I can just get emotional thinking of how gentle and so wonderful the welcome is that you will receive here. I'm so in the mood to have this because, you know, to be very heartfelt, which, well, honestly, it's been going for years, but it's really coming to light how tough things are in Myanmar over the past few months, and I've really been thinking about that this week. I try to be an example and not talk so much, especially not about politics or religion, but in the mission of love that I have, I feel like today, just saying a few words. My trips to Myanmar, I have been blown away by the perseverance and the determination, even in times of extreme physical hardship. The smiles that can still come out of the situations, and just welcome to someone who has no idea what's going on, a total traveler. I was so welcomed into Myanmar. It was one of my favorite trips of my entire life. And so today, I just want to say, let's have an experience that touches some of that culture, but reminds us also, do not give up. Today, your patience might be what is required. Even sitting gently, loving those around you, that can be so worthwhile as an effort, as an intentional thing that you can do to just spread your love into the people right around you. You don't have to look on social media. You don't have to think, what can I post today to show my feelings? No, sometimes what is needed is you sitting there and just loving those around you. Someone who looks different, maybe even thinks different, some different issues. It doesn't matter. We are brothers and sisters. We can be there. So again, it is with a lot of heavy heart feelings this week, but also just some joy in giving a chance to spend time hanging out with an amazing human. I love the auntie who owns this place, and see you inside.
然后现在这个是做米线嘛，做米粉。
这个饼干。
哦，我喜欢吃这个。
想吃这样是吗？
对，我喜欢吃这个。
这是米干。
The first spoon of chili.
And her chili oil, if I remember correctly. her chili oil would even be a reason to visit this restaurant. Hey, so that's nam ngiao, by the way, that you're
This is
eating.
nam ngiao.
Yeah.
I just not very hungry. Three spoons of chili. I put too much. Especially when you're hungry, that chili is bombing. There are chicken inside.
Oh, really? Because we've only had this. Both places that we've had this, it's been vegetarian, so I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
Chicken curry. โอ้พี่อร่อยมากเลยแล้วก็เผ็ดมาก
ป้า
อร่อยมากแล้วก็แพ้จริง
Hot. Oh yeah, she's. Oh, ข้าวฟืนอุ่นใช่ไหมครับอร่อยมากครับน้ำเงี้ยวอร่อยมาก
ๆ Should I leave one bite for you?
Yes, please.
คนน้ำอู้ this one I can put
Thank you.
คนน้ำยาอีกค่ะค่ะ I finished the whole one so buy another one for job.
I just feel like of all the situations that you might see on the news today, how many conflicts could humans avoid if we just one by one treated the situations that we find ourselves in the present moment, treated each other with a little more love. It would be, and it could be, so beautiful. So I'm very happy to be sharing this moment with you right now and sharing my love, my fascination, my desire to learn more about this beautiful food. This is Shan cuisine, but Ba has such a unique story herself, and her culture is one of the more fascinating, more diverse, more overlooked cultures that I have ever touched in my time in the world, and I am so happy to be able to share some of the food with you and just this experience hanging out with Ba in her house, in her restaurant today. Okay. มันเป็นเมนูอีกใช่ไหมครับไม่เหมือน Okay. So it is very interesting cuisine. The culture that these dishes were born out of is one that is of mind-boggling diversity. So you have Myanmar, you have southern China, and you have northern Thailand all up against each other. It's also a mountainous area. There are rivers linking many different areas, but some you just have to walk. And so the food is just, there's a lot of pickled things.
谢谢
Just that smell, it's like so intensely sour. You just know it is just going to be a bomb of umami hitting you with every bite. So first, you see I have chopsticks and I have a spoon, and that pays tribute to Ba's, the Yunnanese influence. On the top, you have the deep fried shallots, but the mainstay of this dish is that cow fern. So this is actually a mixture of rice and chickpeas. Very interesting, very simple, but very, very time-consuming process to make this. You have the fresh bean sprouts, you have chives. Those are not green onions, those are chives. It just smells, yeah, you saw that? It just smells so sour, so interesting. Cabbage, not noodles. Some parts of it are so noodly, but the texture is so interesting. It's almost like having an entire cake that is a noodle. Just try to think about that texture. The chives and the bean sprouts were blanched, but the cabbage is all fresh. There's umami, there's fermentation. Don't forget, all of these dishes also come with fresh cilantro on top. That's like a very recognizable and key final touch to all these dishes. Lisa, what do we have in here?
酸菜
Suan, sour, chai, vegetables. What it actually is are mustard greens, chilies, garlic, or just mustard greens.
Different people made their own style, so I don't know this one what they.
And then Ba also has a fabulous homemade version of the pig pao. So these are oily chilies, and
They're very spicy.
as Lee learned already, she said,
I put
"Oops,
3 spoons.
I put 3 spoons and 3 was too many." Oh man, this is awesome. These dishes are so light also. Just the way they're put together, it's just mega flavor in every bite, but it doesn't weigh you down. So this one has eggs, the other one has chicken, and then I don't know if there was any beef. The peanuts, the sesame oil. You're right, the chili oil. Magnificent. And those chilies are on point. She
What
said-
happened just now?
She said, "I see you almost finished that one. Let me give you an entire new jar." And she said, "This one is more beautiful also for your video." Let me take this very clean version right there. You can see with tomato sauce. Let me anoint it with one whole fresh. Let's try that one next. So these are shreds of cabbage. And this is not tofu. Remember the first one we had was the chickpea starch. This one is rice starch right there, so-called cow fern cow rice cow white cow fern cow. And immediately that tomato broth is just turning to the red chili. I love how light all the dishes are. It's gotta be good. So the noodles are room temperature, and then the soup actually can be cold or hot. This one's hot, this one's actually cool. And that combination, you will just never forget it. Cold and spicy. I love it. This dish is very sour, but once you bump it up with that chili, it's just, that fire is front and center. Okay, get a close-up on that. So there's kind of a trick to this. Because if you are using chopsticks, you want these to kind of retain their shape so you can grab them. So you want to mix up the flavors, but don't mix it up too aggressively, or you're gonna actually start to break these cubes, kind of like tofu, you know, but this is not tofu, don't forget. And what is the difference, you might ask? Because that is chickpeas. You can also have chickpea tofu. It's the starch and not the substance of the pea itself. So you wash the starch out, and then you condense the starch, and then you grind it, make it into flour, and then you start to reconstitute it into all the other dishes. So that one is very easy. You see, it's like just the flour, the dough. In Kenya, we have ugali, which that reminds me of. But then in some of these, it can almost be taken into a noodle form. These are just noodles. These are 2 different dishes, also mountain dishes, but this is the shan, the pure shan food. This is like northern Thai.
Hey, you put this on the table, and then compare the same one I just finished.
So there was
Get the same one.
There's Lee's triple chili.
I
Look
finished
at the difference
this.
in that color.
So order the new one for Joe. So they're the same.
Okay, so I was wrong at first. She has 5 recipes at this restaurant. So this one is a bowl of noodles. On top, so Lee, you said that's chicken and chicken curry. So it's namgyao. So this cooks separately. Oh man, that smells amazing. Yeah, it does have a curry smell to it, that warmth. And that is the red cotton flour. It has a really fun name in English. You know what, let's just taste that first on its own. That's where the name of this noodle dish comes from. from the addition just of this ingredient, and it's dried. It's the stamen of a huge, beautiful red flower. You see people collecting it in the countryside. Moment of silence. This dish should be winning awards. คุณป้ากับน้ำเงี้ยวอร่อยที่สุดดีใจมากๆครับรสชาติเต็มอร่อยมาก That is a masterpiece of a nam yao. I will say unequivocally. I can't even speak English right now. I would say unequivocally number one that I've ever had. That is a ludicrous amount of flavor compared to the simplicity in the ingredients. She is a absolute champion. Wow. I see why you ate your entire bowl before I was even finished taking photos of the food.
They are calling me.
That's unbelievable. You have to have one of these just because it's so unique. But I'm telling you, don't miss ordering the common dish on the menu, which is nam yao. It's 10 out of 10. That dish is insane. I need a minute here.
I think I will order number 3.
The flowers really are so meaty. Like a mushroom, you know? That curry, it's just like yellow curry. It's not spicy, but it is so warm. Add just a little bit of chili to this one, and it's just magnificent. Okay. Another switch. And another noodle. She just added a little bit of vinegar with tomatoes, chilies. You see the yellow noodles, and these are not the starch this time. This is just an actual noodle. This is an egg noodle, so banh mi on the top. Shallots, again, garnished with that. I appreciate so much that crunch that the fresh cabbage add to the dish, but then she just knows how to balance it. She blanches the chives and the bean sprouts. So each dish, again, you can see it's so simple. There's nothing hiding behind. The broth is so wonderfully simple, but the balance, and you know, this also relates to kind of central Burmese food as well. Burmese food is all about the subtle contrast, and it is just Lao food and Burmese food are just so underrated, man. Yeah, you have like a big marriage, a big mixture, a big mountain melody of flavors. That one was pretty good. Oh my gosh, I could just rotate these dishes endlessly and never get tired, just until I just fall asleep on the table. The flavors are astounding, man. And I love too the menu. Anything you order is just 40 baht. So we got 6 dishes, so 6 times 4. Amazing. Here you go. Anytime you've got egg noodles, it's a time to test your chopstick hand. Oh no. Peanuts, chili oil, yellow egg noodles. Where else would you want to be for lunch? I don't know. Hot, cold. But both full of umami and both so spicy. Let me hit that with the mustard greens as well. I think that would go the best together. A little bit more chilies, but a lot more sourness. That soup is wonderfully sour, amazing. This one is just texturally so delightful. This one is about the noodles are nice, but to me, it's the one that will be most well adapted to just being on fire, you know. So let's put the mustard greens, more chilies. Chili oil is already coursing through my veins.
นี่ใส่น้ำตาลซื้อใส่เลยเริ่ม
Okay, finally we come to the dish that you just have to say, Joel, what is that? Okay, so she put some black vinegar on the top, which is also, again, a beautiful shout out to southern China. On the top, you have the peanuts, the sesame oil, the shallot, the fried garlic, actually. Just imagine how stodgy, right? Oh, and it's noodles. Okay, so it's a mix. It's the white rice noodles and then the cow fern. So it's chickpea starch and white rice noodles. That is how to get full on a budget. Man. You know what? Okay. So you can actually chop it like a noodle. Oh, it just had like a suction. Yeah, it's so heavy and thick. Oh, this is going to be delicious. I mean, just can you imagine the texture? It's like a warm bean, I don't know, a warm tofu. It's like a food smoothie. And if that doesn't sound appetizing to you, then just don't use that. Go back to the porridge aspect. It's like a mixture. Yeah, it's like, well, it is like porridge, but there's just so much more flavor. I mean, this food is totally unique. Just there, sitting for like 10 seconds, I can't even think of what else to describe this as. It is its own dish completely. Cow fern un. But that chili, that was definitely the right move. The mouth just wants more. Let's give it more. Wow. Garnished again, very simply, on top. Fresh cilantro. This one actually has dill, which is different. All the others only had cilantro. This has dill. I cannot wait to hear Ba share just a little bit of her story, where these dishes come from, and even, you know, where her family came from. I cannot wait to hear. Thank you for sharing all the introductory bites of all these gorgeous recipes with me. There's still a lot more food to come, but also I cannot wait to hear Ba's story. Okay. Give me a few minutes. We will put ourselves together. Let's go talk with Auntie after a few more bites of food. คุณป้าครับถามได้ไหมครับป้าคุณป้ามาจากแม่สายมาเองหรือครอบครัวย้ายมาจากแม่สายมาอยู่ที่นี่
แม่ย้ายมาส่วนมากตั้งแต่เด็กก็อยู่จีน
อ๋อใช่ไหมครับ
ค่ะ
สูตร
ค่ะ
Baha is popular right now. She's having a chat with her friend, but then also she's picking up phone calls. There have been Grab drivers coming too, so I really appreciate how well loved she is. ขอชิมกาลาเปได้ด้วยนะครับ
กะลาเป
กาลาเป
แบบไหน
ถั่วทอดไหมที่เป็นแผ่น
เอาเป็นแผ่นนี่เหรอ
ครับ
อันนี้ใช่ไหมถั่วทอดนี่เหรอ
อันนี้กินกับข้าวเฟิร์นไหม
กินได้เด่นก็ได้กินกับข้าวสวยก็ได้หมด
โอเค
อันนี้เมื่อก่อนก็ทำไม่เป็น
โอเค
มีคนเชงตุงมาสอนให้
คุณป้าพูดภาษาจีนได้
นิดห
แล้ว
น่อย
ไทยเหนือ
นิดหน่อย ไทยใหญ่นิดหน่อย
ไทยใหญ่ด้ว
เพ
ย
ราะว่าอยู่กับคนหลายอย่างเนาะ
เนี่ย
ค่ะ
ถ้าพูดภาษาจีนเก่งค่ะ
ไม่เมื่อก่อนนี้อยู่ร้านที่เขาค้าขายหยกอ่ะ เขาค้าขายหยกใช่ไหม มีจีน มีพม่า เขามากันขายของอย่างเงี้ย เราก็เป็นแม่ครัวทำกับข้าวค่ะ
มาเช่าที่นี่นานหรือยัง
เข้านี่ประมาณ30 ปี แต่งงานแล้วก็มาอยู่ตรงนี้
โอเค
ค่ะ
แต่ก่อนหน้านั้นเป็นแม่ครัวที่
เป็น
ต
แม่
ลาด
ครัวที่อยู่ร้านที่ค้าหยก
Okay. So a jade shop. She was a chef, and she provided food for many of the people working at the jade shop. And there were Chinese, both working and also customers, and then Burmese, and then Thai. Of course, she speaks Northern Thai. She's chatting with her friend in Northern Thai language. Amazing.
แบบว่า
รู้จักครับ
ท พูดมากๆเราก็ไม่เก่งนิดๆหน่อยๆเราก็พอพูดได้แบบ
ภาษาจีนเก่ง
จีนก็ไม่ชัดนะ
แต่เก่งค่ะ
พม่าก็ไม่ชัดภาษาไทยก็ไม่ชัด
ครับ
ก็ได้นิดหน่อย
ที่บ้านใช้ภาษาอะไร
ไม่ส่วนมากตั้งแต่เด็กๆก็พี่น้องก็แบบว่าแยกกันเน้องเด็กๆก็เราก็มาอยู่ตรงนี้เอง
ใช้หลายภาษาตลอด
ใช่ว่าตอนใหม่ๆก็เราก็พูดไม่เป็นมาอยู่ที่ร้านหยกนี่ก็เป็น แล้วก็มีเด็กคนเชียงตุงมาสอนให้ สอนวิธีทำข้าวฟืน
รัฐชานรัฐที่พม่า
ใช่เข้ามาของคนไทยใหญ่
อ๋อโอเค
แล้วก็เวลาเขาสอนอย่างนี้ใช่ไหมเราก็มาคิดเราก็เปลี่ยนของเราไปนิดๆหน่อยๆถ้าไม่เปลี่ยนเอาเหมือนเขามันก็แบบว่าเหมือนทั่วไปที่ขายเนาะมันไม่เหมือนกัน เราก็มาคิดว่าทำยังไงที่ไม่เหมือนคนอื่น
ใช่ใช่
เราก็มาเปลี่ยนแปลงแบบน้ำยิ้วนี่หากินยากมากเลยไม่มี
ครับ
ค่ะแต่เขามีนี่ไม่เหมือนกันน้ำยิ้วเขาขายกับเราไม่เหมือนกันคน
ใช่
ละอย่าง
ไม่เหมือน
ไม่เหมือน
ไม่เปรี้ยวแบบนี้ไม่ชอบมากรสชาติเปรี้ยวแล้วก็น้ำพริกเผ็ดมากแต่ชอบคุณป้าจำผมได้ไหมครับที่พานั
นาก น
เรียน
มากเลยอ่ะ
ปีที่แล้วมากับ
ใช่
นักเรียน2 คน
ปีที่นานมากนะจำไม่ค่อยได้
โอเคครับ
วันนั้นก็มีคนที่มากินไม่เผ็ดไม่กิน
มาที่นี่
มา
โอ้โอเค
เราไม่รู้เราไม่ได้ถ่ายรูปเขาไว้เขามากินบอกว่าไม่เผ็ดไม่กินเราบอกว่าพริกเนี่ยตามสบายใส่เองได้เลยเราไม่ว่าแต่เราบอกว่าพริกเราไม่เผ็ดมากๆ
Yeah, I didn't even. Okay, I have to
เขา
go
ซื้อ
find
ไป
out.
กินตรงนู้นน่ะเขาไม่ได้กินตรงนี้เขาซื้อออกไปกิน
Oh, okay. That was me that she's talking about. That was me that she's talking about. Yeah.
อ๋อ
So she didn't know that it was.
ค่ะมาตรงนี้ไม่เผ็ดไม่กิน
Yeah, ใช่
you wear the ไม่เผ็ดไม่กิน T-shirt
ใช่เราไม่รู้ไง
โอ้ใช่
แล้วก็เพื่อนเขาบอกว่าอันนี้ต้องกินเผ็ดมากๆถ้าไม่เผ็ดไม่กิน เราก็ไม่รู้นะอีกวัน2 วันเราก็เล่าให้เพื่อนกินเพื่อนบอกว่าอุ้ยรายการไม่เผ็ดไม่กินเราบอกว่าไม่รู้ค่ะ
ขอบคุณที่เล่าให้ฟังครับป้าขอบคุณครับ
so when you come here the first time you wear the mask T-shirt ไม่เผ็ดไม่กิน
Yeah.
and now you is
Oh yeah.
But
I have my own shirt now, but I still miss the days wearing the team jersey of migrationology. So I was hanging out, like I mentioned, I was hanging out with Mr. Amin. He's a few shops down, and that's how I knew about her. And so I did try just this dish, and I remember her chili oil. And yeah, now I'm reminded. Now my nose just will not stop running. It is amazing. It is amazing. Excuse me. It was so cute. She's so honest too. She said, "Oh yeah, that's one of my new things. Before I didn't know how to make this." And I asked some of my friends. That's why we found out that she also speaks Thai language, so Shan language. This is what she was talking about, the beans. So these are mung beans, right? These are tofu-like,
It's like popcorn. It's like corn.
half mung beans, right?
พี่ถั่วนี่เป็นอะถั่วอะไรคะ
เดี๋ยวเอามาให้ดู
เป็นถั่วลูกไก่หรือถั่วเขียว
เดี๋ยวเอาให้ดู
โอ้
6 แผ่น
Oh, okay.
It's another bean. They also use broad beans, by the way. A lot of
เป็น
beans.
แบบนี้ถูกกระเปน
Wow. Okay.
ค่ะต้มน้ำซุปก็อร่อยมากนะ
Okay, so that's what dal. From
มาจากพม่า
Yes.
ใช่บ้านเราไม่
Okay.
มีไทย
Okay.
ไม่มี
Yeah. Okay.
หายากเนาะ
Yes,
อยาก
ใช่
เอามา
Dude, she is so wonderful, right?
She's so nice.
She's smiling like the
Yeah.
entire time that we're hanging out.
She come to take us the new
Yeah.
chili jam, bring the water for us, and then when we ask what is this, she just take the clean plate, go to take the whole plate to ask
Yeah.
what is this. Really, just like eating at home, and then mom and continue to
Totally.
serving you.
Yeah. I mean, that's a perfect explanation.
Yeah, just
Thank
like
you.
eat at our own house.
So this, we have some young people coming. So this is just like a snack. You can crush it up, eat it in noodles, or you can, I guess, dip, or I'm just gonna hold it on the side, and then, again, chopsticks or spoon. It is a debate. it's a very thin batter, deep fried, right? So heating the oil first and then just laying on the batter so that it forms a thin cake. Then just, she might have to soak these first, I'm guessing, right? The taste is almost like condensed popcorn, just like you said. It's like dal chips or dal cake. You could call it a dal biscuit or a lentil biscuit. Genius. So over there, Lee loves it so much. Actually, of the dishes that I asked her to help me finish, I don't think I can take down 5 large size bowls of noodles. Although I hope you do appreciate our video where we took down 30 medium sized bowls of noodles. Today, this is not that day, but I hope you appreciate behind the camera, the dish that Lee chose to help me out with was the same one that she already downed the whole bowl of noodles. So that, if nothing else, that will show you how tasty the nam niao is here with ba. I am just absolutely in love with this dish. It is so unique, man. Okay, I kind of thought of what it would be. You make a bowl of noodles and then you pour porridge into it, but it is flavored porridge. So the beans make, it's already so wonderful in the mouthfeel, but then imagine an injection of umami, not just from the beans, but also from the mature vinegar, and then the shallot oil. It might be garlic oil, we're gonna find out, but I was wrong. Sesame oil, yeah, it's the shallot or garlic oil. It might be both. And as a texture lover, I could not be happier than with a dish like this, but it really just reminds me of that mess of flavor description. I love that. I find myself coming back to that unavoidably with so many dishes, but it is just a mess, an absolute mix and mess of flavor we got going on. They said 1, 2, 3, 4.
The number 5 on my hand.
Yeah, this dish is also so intriguing. It really looks so much like tofu that we just nicknamed the one downtown. We call it the Purple Tofu Place. And so this is the yellow one. There's the white one that's with rice. This is chickpea, and the purple one is young peanuts. But it is not tofu. Auntie just has one of the most simple and warm, welcoming, just lunchtime experiences that you could ever want to have. So I recommend this place. I always share the location, the details of the meal, but I want to tell you this place is really, really special. So I do not keep these places for myself. I would love for you to come here and experience all the things that I share in videos. That's why I make it into a video experience. That's why I take the time to edit, because I want to share these beautiful experiences and give you the chance, if you do come here, to come here and enjoy the experience for yourself. So thank you for hanging out with us today. Remember the words, the inspiration. Remember to give thanks. I hope you're all having a magnificent day. Still have one more bite of noodles. I'll cheers you. Lee and I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And, okay, noodle cheers and a surprise. Love you all very much. Have a magnificent week. Not just today, make it a magnificent week. See you next time.
This is for Brock and Kayla. I asked them on Instagram, did you guys want this one? Gonna buy it for you. And when I go to buy it, and Auntie say, next time you come here, I will yum this for you. She will open this and then making for us the next time when Joe and me come back here again. So let Brad and Kaylin taste how it tastes like when they made by themselves. And then we're gonna take Brad and Kaylin come here.
A lot of delicious treats. What a day. How much for the yum
10 each.
mix? 10 each.
10 baht
Then
each.
was this 240?
40 baht each.
Yeah.
Counting yourself.
Oh, and this one too. 10 baht for this, right?
I'm not sure.
She might have given it for free then.
Yeah.
Wow.
ลง
โอเค ผมก็คุยกับป้าเมื่อเช้าใช่ไหมครับผมโทรหาป้า
ใช่ใช่
ร้านมันเปิดนะครับ โอเค
ใช่
ป้า
เนี่ยเขา
ป้า
เป็น
ทำทุกอย่าง
เนี่ย
ป้ารับ
อันนี้ทำเองหมดเลย นี่ทำเองหมดเลย อะไรก็อยู่ทำเองหมด อันนี้ข้าวคนขาวอยู่ตรงนี้มันจะอยู่ซอยซีรีส์ตรงนี้เข้ามาตำบลวัดเจ็ด
วัดเกต
วัดเจ็ด
ครับ So we are in Chiang Mai. We are in Tambon Wat Ket. We are on
ข้าวคนขาว
street number 4. This is Pa Nang. She will take care of the most amazing afternoon for you. Just come hang out with her. ยินดีที่ได้เจอกันอีก
ค่ะ
นะค
ข
รับ
อบคุณค่ะ อันนี้ซีรีส์อยู่ตรงนั้น เข้ามาทางนี้มันจะง่ายกว่า จะหาง่ายแล้วก็ตรงนี้เข้ามาค่ะแล้วก็ตรงนี้มันจะมีเขาลงให้หมดเลยสีอะไร
Okay. She's showing she is the cutest lady ever. Oh my gosh. She's showing me how on Google Maps what we are seeing right now looks a little bit different from what the picture is on Google Maps. She's like, now don't be confused. It looks like this. It looks, but we're looking at it. She's so
เดี๋ยว
cute.
ถ่ายรูปให้หน่อย
Okay.
ถ่ายรูปให้หน่อยนี่ถ่ายให้หน่อยเมื่อก่อนไม่ถ่ายไม่รู้ไง
ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
จะทนไหมไหม
จะถ่ายรูปพอไหมอ่ะ
ได้ไม่เป็นไร
1 2
Oh, she's so cute. Okay. So, is it so on?
Yeah.
So we are departing. Oh man.
She's so cute.
Dude,
She
unbelievable.
is the cutest auntie we have met this year.
We have met a few cute aunties this year.
But she's the cutest,
I mean,
for sure.
I was actually tearing up. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I had to cut the video and try to start over.
Yeah.
She
She's
is
just walking
amazing.
around to take this for us. Do you want this? I said, what is this? Oh, here, open to let you try.
Yeah.
And then at the end, she give us the discount, but we will pay it forward for her. But
Very
she
good.
said, no, no. But she's so cute. We are so happy we paid it for her for her lovely kindness.
Yeah. Oh man. So, the street. So, to help you find it, there is a complex on the corner. That's what she was saying, Sayuri. And then right here, you can see Bamrungrat Soy Song. So she is located on Soy 4. Of course, I will share the location in the description. As always, the instructions how to find this place, what to call it, what to order, of course, and then you can see the whole video with what we actually ordered. You can listen to me try to put such a unique food into words, but at the end of the day, yeah, my heart is so full just with the experience of hanging out with Banang herself. Even though you could go there and just order one single dish, you would still come away just feeling like somehow life is more light and fun just from seeing her smile. And yeah, I really do love that place so much. So I'm happy to hang out with all of you there, share in that experience with you today. Oh man.